let's see the third one. The third one is lack of desire. Of course, when you don't desire it, you don't ask for it, you don't pray for it. And so, because many do not desire it, either for whatever reason, either because they're ignorant or because they still enjoy the pleasure of sin, they don't desire the holiness of life. They are still where they are. They are still stunted. They are still struggling with sin. They are still overcome by sin because they lack desire to live a righteous life, to live a victorious life. Then we see the fourth one is self-indulgence. Self-indulgence. Now, there are things that you might be desiring, which may not be sinful on its own, but to be honest with you, when you keep indulging in such things, it's kind of weaken the inner man. It weakens the stamina of the inner man and makes you vulnerable to sin, exposes you to sin. Let's see this scripture now, Galatians chapter 6, verse 7 and verse 8. Self-indulgence. Keep indulging self. Self asks for this, you give it to it, you give it to him. The more you indulge self, the more you lack the power to walk in victory over sin. Chapter 6 of Galatians, verse 7 and verse 8. Verse 7 and verse 8 it says, "Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." Look at verse 8. "For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that swear to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting." So if you keep feeding the flesh with the worldly music, worldly movies, sensual movies, just doing those things that can only build the flesh, and you are starving the spirit man, I tell you, you cannot walk in victory over sin. You will keep struggling with sin, until you begin to, spend time building the spirit man. Only then can you begin to walk in purity and holiness. So you see, the reason why many don't walk in holiness is 1, ignorance; 2, wrong teachings; 3, lack of desire; 4, self-indulgence.